Welcome you back tonight to Wyoming SportsLine. I'm Jared Anderson, spending quite a bit of time tonight on Wyoming athletics, and we'll talk about Wyoming basketball here in just a few minutes. Again, our conversation with Larry Cheyenne, men's basketball coach, here in just a few. First, though, we're going to put the spotlight on Wyoming Cowboy football. Pokes back at home this Saturday, 2 o'clock kickoff against the Nevada Wolfpack. Homecoming week for the Pokes, and we go to the phone and chat with a freshman wide receiver for the Cowboys and former Cheyenne Central Indian Taytoyn Montgomery is with us. Taytoyn, first of all, thanks for taking the time tonight. I know you've had an opportunity to play in a couple of games this season. My first question is, how cool is it to play at the D1 level?
It's cool is kind of the lack of a better term, just because I've grown up dreaming of doing this, so it's not as much cool, but it's a dream come true. So I'm just out there trying to give my all, just to represent what I know everyone else at home is expecting from the players. So.
I know you went to Cheyenne Central. Did you grow up in Wyoming too?
Yeah. I moved here actually from Colorado in second grade, so I've been in Cheyenne since second grade.
Okay, cool. How cool is it to represent your home state now at a Division I level on a national landscape?
Ever since I hit high school and started playing football and attending not only football games but cowboy volleyball games or the basketball games, I've always wanted to be a part of it. And being from Wyoming, it's just has a different aspect to it, so it's a dream come true.
Biggest difference, I know everybody asks you this, biggest difference from Cheyenne Central High School to University of Wyoming football?
I would say the speed. It's not just how fast everyone is. That's what I used to think when everyone used to say the speed's different, but also how fast you have to think and how fast you have to react and get all your calls down and what you are expected to do each play. Everything just comes to you faster, and you have to be able all the coaches expect you to be up to speed in order to be able to be in the game and react to everyone else's speed.
How much importance has Coach Bowl and the offense that your coaches put on you and some of the younger receivers to step up and really help out Tanner and Jake this year?
Well, we're obviously a young team, but the wide receiver core is definitely one of the youngest by numbers, just how many freshmen we have actually playing this year. And so they emphasize us, not just taking pressure off Jake and Tanner, but, trying to contribute and help them and not always relying on them to make the play or to make the big block downfield. They are expecting us to not be young guys anymore, that you guys have to grow up into this bigger role in order to be successful and help the team be successful. So we're all trying to get up to speed and help make that happen.
What's the biggest thing you want to improve on this year?
Well, I think coming in and learning the new playbook, I just want to not be thinking about what I have to do every play, but just going out there and, just playing. So I think the biggest thing is just being confident and knowing what I have to do rather than thinking about it every time the play comes out. I just have to, I want to learn the playbook to perfection, not have to study it as hard as I have done this year. So.
Yeah. How about the biggest thing that the offense as a whole needs to improve on, you think, here in the second half of the season?
I think this year was kind of, we'll be going really good, and then one thing will set us back. So I think we just need to keep our full head steam forward, and things are going to happen throughout the game that aren't going to go our way, but it's how you react after that determines the outcome of the game. So I think sometimes we just get our heads down just when it's not again, but really we just need to keep plugging through. So.
Taytoyn Montgomery, our guest tonight, Wyoming SportsLine. He is a freshman wide receiver for the Wyoming Cowboys, former Cheyenne Central High School wide receiver. Taytoyn, how's the mental part of this Wyoming team right now? Obviously frustrating being 0-6, but it feels like the more I talk to you guys, you realize you're just right there on the verge of putting an entire game together. Is the mental part of this team still holding up?
I think the morale through the locker room is really good before games. Everyone's ready to go. Everyone's saying nothing but good things to each other. I mean, no one is expecting, or no one's going out there just expecting us to lose. So I think the fact that we stay in the fight every game is showing us some mental toughness, just the fact that we know that we're always in every game, and we want to make sure that mentally we know that we have to believe that in order for it to actually happen.
Nevada coming up this week. I know you guys are just getting to practice, but do we know anything about the Wolfpack so far this season?
We know that the schedule is just going to get harder from here, and so, every week we just have to prepare just as if we're playing the best team in our schedule next. So, they're obviously going to be good, and are they better than Air Force? I don't know that, but we just have to prepare like they are, and we have to just get better obviously have to do something different this week, or not different, but just perfect ourselves just in order to make plays and get the W.
Final question for you. Are you paying any attention to Central football this year, and you think they'll do okay in the playoffs?
I haven't been able to. I made their first game against Centrona, and I've been following them a little bit, just scores through social media whenever I can. Getting ready for games on Friday is just as important as the actual game. So I've been following them, and I think if they hang in there, I mean Sheridan's obviously the favorite this year. So that big loss, I mean, it's tough, and you just got to bounce back. And so I think they're going to be all right.
Yeah, all right. Appreciate your time. Congratulations on the success this year, and we'll catch up again soon.
All right, thank you.
You bet. Thank you. Appreciate your time.
Yep.
Again, that is Taytoyn Montgomery, freshman wide receiver for the Wyoming Cowboys. He's got a couple of catches on the year so far as a Poke, former Cheyenne Central Indian. Appreciate his time tonight. Again, Wyoming back at home, trying to get their first win of this season this Saturday, 2 o'clock at War Memorial Stadium, hosting the Nevada Wolfpack. Other Mountain West Conference action coming up this weekend. A couple of games on Friday to look forward to. Maybe the game of the year in the Mountain West Conference, with 21st-ranked Boise State going to Logan, Utah to play Utah State. That's a 7 o'clock kickoff on Friday, and then a nationally televised ESPN2 game Friday nights. UNLV is at Fresno State. Saturday games, Air Force is at Colorado State, Hawaii goes to New Mexico, and San Diego State goes to San Jose State. Top 25 college football games to look forward to. There are 5 ranked matchups. Number 18 UCLA goes to number 15 Stanford. 17th ranked Iowa goes to number 20 Northwestern. And in a critical SEC matchup, 9th ranked Texas A&M will host number 10 Alabama. The game of the week, as far as ESPN is concerned, they're sending College Game Day to Ann Arbor, Michigan to watch Michigan and Michigan State. Spartans ranked 7th, Wolverines ranked 12th. And there's a game with 2 top 10 teams involved to look forward to, as number 6 LSU will host number 8 Florida State. All right, we will take a quick break. When we come back, we're shifting gears from college football to college basketball. That's right, practice beginning for the Wyoming Cowboys and Cowgirls, and Media Day was held a few days ago. Myself and KOWB Laramie's David Settle caught up with the head coach of the Wyoming Cowboys, Larry Shiatz. Our conversation is on the way next on Wyoming SportsLine.